Hello. Today I'm here, at work, in the studio.
And today we're here, at work.
In the studio.
Look, you see? Today, studio. But yesterday. Yesterday, I was at home.
Yesterday, I was at the zoo.
Yesterday, we were at the zoo.
Where were you yesterday?
Yesterday I was at work.
I was at the office yesterday.
I was at work yesterday.
Yesterday I was at work all day long.
Where were your children?
My children were at school yesterday. My daughter was at the swimming pool and my son was at a soccer match.
My son was at nursery, my daughter was at school.
My son was at school yesterday.
A week has 7 days.
Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
That's this week. But this was last week. Last week. Last week.
Where were you last week?
Last week? Well, last Monday I was at home. Last Tuesday I was out. Last Wednesday...
Where were you last Monday?
Last Monday I was at home.
Oh, you were at home. He was at home.
At home. Ha, 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 ha.
You weren't here in this shop.
That's right. I wasn't there in that shop.
He wasn't there in that shop. No.
Where was he last Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Where was he last Tuesday?
Where were you last Tuesday?
Last Tuesday I was out. I was at the cinema.
Oh, you were at the cinema. He was at the cinema.
At the cinema.
You weren't here in this bank?
That's right. I wasn't there in that bank.
He wasn't there in that bank.
That's right.
Where were you last Monday? Where were you last Monday?
I was at home. I was at home.
You weren't in this shop. Weren't. Were not. Weren't. You weren't in this shop.
That's right. I wasn't in that shop. Wasn't. Was. Not. Wasn't. I wasn't in that shop.
Where was he last Tuesday? Where was he last Tuesday?
Where were you last Wednesday?
Last Thursday,
Last Friday?
last Saturday and Sunday. Where were you?
On holiday. I was on holiday.
Oh, you were on holiday.
Really? How was it?
How was your holiday?
Wonderful.
How was your holiday? Was your holiday good? Or was it bad? How was it? How was your holiday?
Wonderful.
How was your holiday?
It was wonderful.
Great. Very good. It was good. Nice.
How was your holiday?
It was bad.
Not good.
It was terrible.
Awful. Very bad.
Thank you. And now, today's weather. This morning, terrible. Cold. But this afternoon, very good. Hot. So, this morning, cold. This afternoon, hot. Thank you.
At MAP Advertising, Rita is back from holiday.
Good morning, madam. Can I help you?
Oh, come on, Sandra. It's me.
Rita, how are you?
Fine.
How was your holiday?
Great. Everything was wonderful. Well, almost everything. Rita, hello. Hello. How was your holiday? Very nice, thank you.
Where were you?
France, near Bordeaux.
Was the weather good?
The weather was wonderful. Well, one day was terrible, it was cold and wet, but the other days were hot.
How was your hotel?
I was with my friend Carol. We weren't in a hotel. We were in a caravan. Very cheap.
Was it nice?
Yes, it was great.
How was the food?
There were some wonderful restaurants in the town. One wasn't very good, but the others, Oh, I have a present for you.
For me?
And for Sandra.
Thank you.
It looks very good. Ah, well, back to work.
Rita was in France on holiday. Tom Hall was in Italy on business. James Brady is at the airport, waiting for him.
Tom. James. Nice to see you.
How was your flight?
Very good, thanks.
Tired?
Yes, I am. I was in Rome last Thursday, I was in Milan last Saturday, and I was in Paris yesterday. Yes, I am tired.
How were the hotels?
2 weren't bad, but 1 was awful.
Oh?
The one in Rome. But there was a great restaurant next to the hotel.
Was the food good?
Wonderful.
And how was business?
Business, James, was very good.
My car's outside.
There's a beautiful castle in the south of England called Leeds Castle. Let's have a look at Leeds Castle with someone who loves it. Pat Carr.
I'm a tour guide. I take people around the castle and show them what is here. Leeds Castle was built in the 9th century. It was the home of many kings and queens, from Edward I until Henry VIII, nearly 300 years. This was Queen Catherine's bathroom. As you can see, the bath was very simple. The little stool was for her to sit on when she was in the bath. This was Queen Catherine's room. This is how it was in 1430. It was her bedroom. It was also her dining room. Perhaps there was a table here. It was also an audience or reception room, a room where people came to see her. Our visitors come from all over the world. We have a lot of visitors coming from America. They also come from all parts of Europe, from France, Germany, Italy, from even Japan and China. This was King Henry VIII's dining room. There was a long table here, and these chairs were here in King Henry's time. This table was from a French monastery. The drawers were for knives and forks. I think it's the history of the castle that I find so interesting. Many people lived here. They loved it. They all added to it in their own century. And so it is a little bit of everybody's life, all the people who lived here. And I think this is something special.
That was Pat Carr at Leeds Castle.
And that was Unit 11.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.